10 took it to 10.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, it's time.
It is time.
It is the most time.
It is the most wonderful
time
time of the year.
Jinx.
Less than 4 days.
Less than 4 days until we kick off the NFL season.
Tommy Terrific versus your good old-fashioned America's team.
Yeah,
Take
some would
the
say
under.
the new America's team versus the old America's team.
Any team Tom Brady's on is America's team.
I would agree, but he's only been on two teams.
Do we want to, before we hop into the shenanigans, talk about it quick? Cam Newton getting cut.
Yeah, we had not had an episode since that happened. I think what your theory was good, but I mean,
I did not expect him to get cut.
yeah, getting cut makes me kind of nervous.
They must really believe in him if they're going to.
I know.
Your backup's Brian Hoyer? Seriously?
They put all their eggs in one basket.
He's the worst quarterback ever.
Ever. No, Jared Stidham is the worst quarterback.
No. What I've seen Brian Hoyer do is ridiculous.
I
Remember when he turned the ball over 6 times in that playoff game?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
That was the day where I was like, that's the worst quarterback I've seen in my life.
he was playing for Houston.
He's one of those
He's playing
guys
for
that we talk
Houston.
about where he just jumps.
Um,
He's content with being the backup.
Hold
He
on,
does not
imagine-
want to be a starter.
Imagine this. Brian Hoyer and his coach was Bill O'Brien in a playoff game. Ew.
Gross.
It's just a recipe for disaster.
Ew. So Cam Newton's still not signed.
Yeah, I just think
I don't
he
think
probably
he
would have
will
had
be.
a problem with being the backup, so they were just like, all right, you're
Well,
done.
at that point, does that mean he's not signing for like the rest of the year?
Well, yeah, who until someone needs a starter.
I don't know how he's not already on Washington.
That's very true. With Ron Rivera there.
Him and Fitzpatrick. I mean, Fitzpatrick's not the. I mean,
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick is the starter. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like, all right, he's kind
Well,
of.
if he sucks, I'm
he's
sure Newton will
kind
end
of-
up there.
He's kind of a pumpkin sometimes.
They might wait it out and see what happens with Fitzpatrick. And
I
if-
mean, he could just be awful the first month, and they'll be like, all right, Cam.
but how good is
He probably will
Fitzpatrick at like fooling everybody?
No, he.
Yeah, but he just did awesome, so he's gonna suck.
Yeah,
now.
no, he's gonna suck, and then Cam's gonna come in, and then Fitzpatrick will just start at the end of the year, and then he'll look.
I don't think he's gonna suck.
You think he's gonna be good?
In the beginning of the year, I think he's gonna be really good.
I think everybody I have heard and listened to is high on Washington. Like the whole.
I mean, they
entire
have a
world.
decent team with a decent roster.
I agree, but they're still Washington.
Well, look at what.
Well, high in
Fitzpatrick
Washington in
did
terms of NFC East.
Look at what
you know?
Fitzpatrick did with Miami last year. They had a decent roster.
The thing is, though, he wasn't like the starter to start the season. Everyone was, oh well, he
He
was
the main guy
He was, but then Tua came in. I don't
when
know.
it didn't matter.
Yeah,
He came in at the end when it didn't matter. Tua started one game. I
That's
think.
2-10 and
no,
6.
Tua started a lot of games. Tua started like 8 or 9.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
So Ryan Fitzpatrick
Did he?
has been part of 2-10 and 6 teams that have missed the playoffs in the last 5
Yeah,
years.
they went 10-6 with him.
They did. Remember he did that with the Jets and they missed the playoffs.
Yes,
I forgot who
that
they
was bad.
They lost to the Bills in like the last day of the season, and that's what
Yeah.
lost them the playoff spot.
I do remember that.
Tua started 2, 3, 4, 5 games last year,
Oh, I thought it was only like 2 or 3.
and he also only threw for 1,800 yards, which is pretty gross.
Yeah, he's not good.
Yeah, he was not good in those. Starts.
He's not good.
All right,
Interesting.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Me and Antonio were talking about this before you came. I don't know if it's going to be I mean, everyone's like, oh, well, Tampa Bay should blow them out. But what if they don't? Isn't it so fun to think, like, what if they don't? What if it is a close game?
I think everyone is way too low on Dallas in this game.
I completely agree. I don't see why this would be a blowout. It's the first game of the year. Dallas has got a good offense.
I also think, well, first game of the year is a great point, but defensively, like, is Tampa Bay going to be all there already, week 1, ready to go, like, guns blazing on Thursday night? Yeah, they're at home.
I would assume so.
I think Dallas is a huge threat offensively. Like, I just think they're going to put up points.
Yeah, this has got.
I don't see how they don't put up 24 on Thursday at least.
Yeah, both teams I think end up with at least 20 points. This see no reason why it wouldn't be a shootout.
48.
52. Is the over-under
52.
on Thursday. I would take the over in that game. I don't love it, but I would take it.
I think if it was like 49, I'd probably take it.
That's what they love. They love those high numbers. They want to.
Yeah, they love like 48 and a half. But, I mean,
Tom Brady avenging his another Super Bowl, number 7. What do we think? 7.5.
I think they definitely make it to the. I think they make it to the Super Bowl again.
I'm talking on Thursday night.
Well, Thursday night.
Yeah, it's -7.5.
I mean,
It's a big spread. Big spread.
here's the thing. Like, it's so weird because I wouldn't be surprised if it's a close game, like in the first half, like first part of the third quarter. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's halftime and the Bucks are up 45-19.
I am taking the Cowboys in this game. I think they're going to put up enough points to stay within a reasonable margin.
You're saying the spread?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to win. I think they could win, but I'm not predicting them to.
I don't know if there's any scenario where they win that game.
Wow, really?
I can see some big teams going down week 1.
And I don't think the Bucks are one of them.
You think
I
they should-
don't
Not on
either.
the main stage, first game of the
I don't
season.
either,
No
but
chance.
I'm
No.
not going to be surprised. It's
No.
again, it's first game of the season. I kind of expect this one to be a shootout, especially with these two teams.
I'm gonna.
I like where his thought is at because I like to think that too. I'm like, if everyone's so high on the Bucks, right, and they come out and disappoint, that is usually what happens. Like, and then people get disappointed. And
Well, the other thing too is Tom Brady teams normally start kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1, week 2, week 3. I'm not saying he doesn't play good, but they're normally like 1-2 or 2-2 to start the season.
That's when people would love to be like, "Oh, the
Yup.
Patriots
Oh,
are going to be bad this year."
Tom Brady's washed. Tom Brady's
they do
this.
love doing that, but I think this Bucks team is different.
I'm going Cowboys plus 7.5. That is my pick for this game.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take the spread, but
I'm gonna take Bucks -7.5.
Our first disagreement of the year. Me and Antonio on the same side. Sunday.
I'm into it. I'm for it.
Sunday NFL football.
Oh my
week
god,
1.
dude.
Game number.
No. I am gonna be right there, just a sack of potatoes.
I think
I'm not moving.
I think everyone just sits on their couch collectively for 8 hours and it's just a potato, like a baked potato,
it's the greatest thing ever.
ever invented.
Yeah. In full slate. We love those full slates.
slate.
Like, it's just
All right,
so many games. on at once.
NFL. We gotta talk. Actually, you did
Oh,
okay
we got
this
to
week.
talk.
425 games. Let's split it up a little more evenly.
I do. Yeah, I hate when they do that.
I get wanting to have more 1:00 games, but it doesn't have to be like
Yeah, oh my God.
it doesn't have to be like 8-4. Make it like 7-5, or even 6-6. That's fine.
I think they should split it evenly
Even's fine too.
because like there's so many games on in week 1. Like,
Dude, it's an overload at 1:00. It's like, all right, we're here.
Yeah,
Now we're
there's
here.
so
Now we're
many
here.
there's
1 o'clock
like there's
games. Oh my
17
God.
things going on at once, and I'm happy. I'm sitting there with a giant smile on my face, but I don't know.
Okay, week 1, game 1 on the list. We have Antonio's favorite team, the Tennessee Titans, at home, -3, against the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm surprised that it's only 3.
Seems a little low.
My favorite team.
One of your, I mean, not like the Bills or the Giants.
I didn't
but, like,
pick them to win the division.
You did. Oh yeah, you did pick the Colts.
I do like the Titans.
You love
though.
the Titans.
I do like
love
the
the Titans.
I love Derrick Henry.
You
And I love A.J. Brown.
Julio Jones
And Julio Jones
recently
there now.
acquired. Done over under a 52, same as the first game on the docket.
That game might go under. We talked about this. Remember when good teams go to Tennessee, it's like low scoring games.
I would
I am
This is
going.
gonna be like a 24.
17.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Titans.
yeah.
I think they're a team that could, come out the gates hot this year, especially with the new Julio acquisition. Kind of like, I'm not saying that they're going to win the division, but I can see them starting off kind of hot and then being played up as like one of the big teams in the AFC. So I'm going to take Titans -3. I think they put up a lot of points and win by double digits.
Okay, I like that. I'm also gonna side with Antonio on this one. I don't know about you.
Titans -3. So here's my problem. I like way too many underdogs. Going through the
When
at
I was
least
looking at the pick 3, I was like, wow, I like all the favorites. Like, I
Really?
like a lot of favorites.
So
and
here-
I never do.
here's the problem. I don't want to say here's the problem, but when you're betting and like say you have like a couple picks that you want to bet on, I would never advise you to go all favorites or all dogs or all overs or all unders. That's never going to work. in
Yeah,
100
that's
years.
just like
So it's
law
not
of physics.
And I'm not saying you gotta mix it up, but I wouldn't be betting on 4 favorites at a time. I would bet like 2 dogs or 2 favorites or 3 dogs and 1 favorite or something like that.
you always take like your top 2 favorites that you like are really confident are gonna win, and your top 2 dogs that you think are gonna win.
I normally parlay because I'm a crackhead, but
Well, yeah. Come on. What are we doing?
all right. I'm gonna side with both of you. I'm gonna say Tennessee wins this game at home opener.
All right, so Arizona's pounding the shit out of Tennessee. Got it next.
Probably. We'll see, though. 24-17 sounds like a good score. We are definitely going to be on different sides of this game. Seattle on the road in Indy with
Sal's been waiting
with
to say
Nolan's
this.
favorite quarterback, Carson Wentz, at the helm. The spread is -2.5 for the Seahawks. It opened at +2.5 for the Seahawks. Nolan, I think we know where you're going with this.
I don't even think we have to get my take.
Are you gonna pick against them every single game?
He
this
probably
season?
will.
No, I'm not gonna pick it. Okay, here's the thing. Like, it's not like I have a vendetta against the Colts just because Carson Wentz is there. They're still a good team, but I'm just saying Seattle should win this game. No, I know you guys are pretty low on Seattle.
Why? All right. Why should Seattle win this game? Colts are-
Better quarterback,
Fair.
better receiving core.
Fair.
I'd say their running backs are back. Chris Carson's very good.
I mean, Chris Carson
And Jonathan
Taylor's probably better.
They both got stars at running back.
Yeah. I mean, I think people would argue with you, though, about Chris Carson being a star. Something about that Seattle running back that, like, people just – it's like, well, he's not Marshawn Lynch, so he's not
No,
a
he's
star.
not.
But,
He had outstanding year last year.
but I
outstanding
agree with you
years.
that Chris Carson
I think he's very good.
because he can catch, too. That's the big thing.
I think Indy's at home and has a top 7 or 6 defense in the league, and I think it's going to give Russell Wilson problems.
I think that'll also be a low-scoring game, so.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
call. Actually,
Like, oh, my God, how good is Seattle at, like, scoring 12 points?
No, they play the worst. It's literally like 12-7. It's like what kind of what is
What are we
this?
doing?
What kind of football is this?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Colts. I love the Colts.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Colts.
I love the Colts. I think we're getting off to a fast week 1 start in Indy.
Okay.
I have two home teams covering out of 3. I thought I had 3 out of 3.
So it's what did you say the spread started at? It was plus
It was
2.5.
plus
for Seattle?
2.5 for Seattle.
But when
Now-
did it open though? Was it when Carson was hurt still?
Probably right around. Oh no, it was probably before that, and then he got hurt. So they had
Yeah, because I was
before Carson got hurt, they were probably -2.5. Then Carson got hurt and it flipped, and now the Seahawks are favored by 2.5. Because they
but
were
Carson's back though.
right.
So it's still 2.5.
It's still 2.5 though.
I don't know if is that Vegas lagging or is that
It's
like,
definitely not Vegas lagging. It's just they probably took so much Seahawks money. I feel like everyone would want to bet the Seahawks in that game, realistically. I don't know that for a fact, but
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. What do you have the CBS? What's the money at? The percentage.
75% on Seattle.
That's interesting. I mean, that doesn't make me confident in my pick, but I'm gonna take Seattle anyway.
The Los Angeles Chargers play the Washington football team in Washington.
I think that's gonna be a really good game.
The Chargers are -1. Over unders 44.5.
I hate when they do one.
I love the Chargers.
I
in this
also
game.
love the Chargers.
I love the Chargers in this game.
I love the Chargers in general.
Just in general, I love the Chargers too. But I think the Chargers are winning.
in
this game.
Washington, kind of makes me like, but
I don't care. People don't pull up to their games like that there.
No, not at all.
well, no. I mean, if we're going with the East Coast West Coast thing, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. It is first game of the year, though, so it's not like you've
Agreed.
already been traveling all around.
Agreed.
The thing that scares me is Washington's defensive line versus the Chargers O-line. It could be a problem the whole entire game. Chargers have a new look offensive line, which is supposed to be good, but I feel like I hear that from that team every year. So
But I think
Anytime you hear
it
new look
depends-
offensive
Yeah,
line,
it's
it's a
not-
red flag.
not
I've
really
heard that
game
from the
plan
Giants
for
quite
it.
a few times.
If they do a lot of short passes out of the backfield with Austin Eckler, it could.
well, you got to think too. The Chargers are always hurt every year. Half their team gets hurt. They're actually healthy, week 1. They're actually Derwin James is
For now.
there. Right, but they have him. Joey Bosa's there. Austin Eckler's there. Justin Herbert's there. Mike Williams is there. Keenan Allen's there. Their whole team's healthy. I think they beat Washington regardless of whether or not it's in Washington.
Okay.
That's all the spread is. They just have to beat them.
You gotta convince me. I hate when they do one. Just make it a pick.
I don't know. They love that.
It's like, okay, so you're gonna sit here and tell me that.
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
then
be
when
a
the team
1
wins
point.
by 1,
if
push.
it's Washington,
and they don't have to give you money.
If it's Chargers win by 1.
if it's Chargers 24-23, just fuck off. Like Vegas.
But they love that though. That's what will happen.
No, I hope not.
The grossest game by far of the whole entire week, by far, Jacksonville on the road at Houston.
With no Deshaun Watson playing.
Tyrod Taylor is announced as the week 1 starter. Deshaun Watson will not be playing or touching the field.
That's so gross. This is
Yeah.
gonna no, but here's the thing. That's gonna be the best game all weekend.
It probably will be. So I actually had a thought about this game probably about a week ago. Whoever gets out to like a 14-0 lead in this game, live bet the other side. I swear to God.
It's gonna be Houston, and then you're gonna live
All
bet
right,
the
so
Jags.
yeah, if Houston goes up 14-0, take the Jags money line live. If the Jags go up 14-0, take Houston's money line live. I know that sounds ridiculous. Whoever has the lead in that game to start off is not winning. That's just how that game will
Tyrod
go.
Taylor redemption tour.
I don't know. It's a young and interesting Jags team and their first game of the season with their new quarterback. And
It's not gonna click instantly.
Well, let me say this. It's an opportunity because they're playing the worst team in football.
True. I like that. I like that take, but it's not gonna click instantly.
I don't
Even
know.
if it is the worst.
I'm not
team.
saying it's going to click, but I mean, if they put up over 20 points, 25 points, I'm not going to be
This
surprised.
might
No,
might be a shootout.
It could be.
What's the over under for this game? I bet it's low, so I can take it.
45. What is your pick?
My pick is what's the spread?
3 for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'll take the Jags -3.
Mm-hmm.
This game is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right? Isn't it?
It hurts me because I want to say Houston +3, but that's not okay.
No. It's never okay.
Yeah, don't pick Houston.
All right, hold on.
You never want to pick Houston.
Wow, this hurts. I'm gonna go contrarian. I'm gonna take Houston. I hate it.
Interesting.
I hate every part about it, but we're gonna ride with the Texans.
Okay.
The revenge game. Sam Darnold at home against his former team, the New York Jets. The Carolina Panthers are -5. The over/under is 45.
I love Carolina in this game.
I love the over in this game.
You think so?
I think this.
What is
yeah,
it?
This is
no
a
this
shootout between
no,
Jets quarterback
yes,
and the former Jets
this-
quarterback. I
this
love
is-
that.
This is a game that ends 38-35 or like 35-30. I swear, this over is so free. It's not even funny.
What is it?
45. I could be dead wrong. It could be 10-7, sure. But I think this is like a 35-34.
These
type
two
of game.
quarterbacks are going to be running around everywhere. Are they the same person? Like, seriously.
They literally might be the same person. I have no clue who wins this game. The only thing I can tell you is I think it goes over and Robbie Anderson scores a touchdown in this game. Because that's what always happens against his former team.
With Sam Darnold.
With
his
Sam
former
Darnold.
quarterback.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Former quarterback.
That's definitely happening. Gun to my head, I'll take Panthers -5.
You know what's crazy? When I was thinking, like, I was like, Sam Darnold's in Carolina. Like, that's kind of gross. But then I remember that Robbie Anderson was there. And I was
Yeah, and then you're like,
the
oh,
old
maybe it's
duo.
a
I was
little
like, it kind of bought me in a little bit. I was like, nice.
I'm not a Carolina supporter or believer, but
I think Carolina wins this game.
I do too. I'll take the
just the
Jets.
Jets
I'll
are-
take the points with the Jets, though.
really,
I will. I
What is
could
it?
see it being a shootout.
5.
It's 5,
Yeah.
and you're going to take the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Take the points.
He's probably right. I just
Take the points, not the Jets to win. F that.
I get that, but 5 is like...
I know it's a weird number.
3 or 4. I mean, 3 or 4 is a common number in the NFL. Losing by 3 or 4.
No, I'll take the...
The -5.
yeah.
Any other bold predictions in this game?
Bold predictions. I think Zach Wilson looks good, but it won't be good enough.
Just a
I think he'll look decent.
just a little short.
Yeah.
It's gonna be such. I think that this has a chance to be the best game of Sunday. I
Very well could be.
Usually, here's the thing. Usually, week 1 and 2, it's the worst matchups that end up being the best games.
It's not like this is a terrible matchup. It's at least interesting.
Yeah, it has storylines to it, but
I'm glad
if it wasn't, it'd be a terrible matchup.
I'm glad they did this game week 1 instead of like waiting until like week 10 and then being like, oh,
Yeah, because
then the
both
Jets
teams could be
yes.
like shit.
yes, and then the
what's-
Jets would be
what's
like
the point?
2-8, literally.
Maybe Zach Wilson's not playing by then. You know.
That's also true
Who's their backup anyway?
for the Jets.
Yeah.
It's someone disgusting.
Is it? No, it's not Josh McCown. He's retired, right?
Didn't we look? I feel like we looked this up.
I feel like we do this every podcast for like
Didn't they pick someone up recently to be the backup?
No, I don't think so.
Cam Newton.
They could, I mean, they could.
Hold on, I can get you that information.
On the Jets.
The Jets' backup quarterback is Jay Johnson. John Johnson?
Who's that?
No idea.
John Johnsonson.
Jay Johnson.
John Johnson.
Oh, I think I know who that is. I think he used to play for the Vikings. He's not good.
Like I can't
Why would he be
imagine he's
good?
any good. I can't.
All right.
When you say his name, it's like what?
Enough of the Jets.
All right, Carolina -5. You have Jets +5. What do you have?
I have Carolina -5.
Okay.
I kind of hate it.
I hate that it's 5, but I mean Carolina's winning.
Yeah, it's a shit number.
And I think they probably win by a
Carolina
touchdown.
really needs to win that game. If the Jets go out and win that game, then Carolina has some serious issues for the rest of the season.
Because then you look like an idiot.
You look. They honestly, out of any team week 1, they might have the most to lose. I mean, who really has that much of a consequence losing week 1?
Green Bay.
Oh yeah, with that division.
Yeah, not only with that division, you're going against the team that you traded the quarterback for, and you basically passed on every other quarterback, saying like, okay, Sam Darnold's who we think is going to be good. And then at that point, if you lose to the team that traded him away, like, you just you look really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
My thing is that they had limited options. And
You know what?
Sam Darnold
You know
at the time
what?
was probably their best choice.
Jets +5.
You're switching.
Switch.
The first switch of the
That's
NFL
a
season.
switch right there. Jets +5.
All right.
Let's go.
I'm
Sal.
used to being the lonely island over here.
Great matchup. Pittsburgh going to Orchard Park to circle the wagons and play the Buffalo Bills. Antonio, take it away.
Bills are gonna blow them out.
-6.5 is the spread.
-6.5. They're gonna blow them out.
Blow them out.
Blow them out. It's not gonna be close.
This might be a really good game too. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is gonna be a really good game.
I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know.
Oh, I hate them.
I don't
but,
know
I mean,
what it is about that team. I just cannot.
But
stand
like,
them.
no, they're gonna make this a game though.
Do you want to know what the problem with this game is going to be?
What?
Buffalo is going to lead like 21-0, and Pittsburgh's just going to slowly claw their way back into the game.
Well, that game
But
at 1 o'clock.
not by more than
But-
6.5 points.
I want to hear your taking first.
Pittsburgh +6.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. I think the Bills win, but I think it's a close game.
The Bills are probably the best team, the second best team in the AFC. Them or Kansas City easily.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bills.
I think team wise, I think they're the best.
Oh, all those fans in Buffalo, full
All
cast.
back for the first time.
It's gonna be an amazing game.
Give me Buffalo.
Let's go.
Nobody.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. All right,
But I'm taking Pittsburgh.
48.5 total. Anyone bite
On that game?
Yeah.
I'll take the under.
I'll also take the under.
I like those two defenses.
I think Pittsburgh is very overrated. I think their defense.
So do I.
I think their defense is overrated. I know they had a good year last year. Don't get me wrong. I think their defense is overrated. I think Ben Roethlisberger is probably a bottom 5 quarterback in this league, and I think their offensive line is probably a bottom 10 in the league.
I remember last year, starting like the year, going into the season, everyone's like, "This is the best offensive line in the league."
Yes,
For real. And now
literally.
this year, it's like,
No, their offensive. Well, they lost Villanueva, and I think they lost one of their other guards too. And the people that they replaced them with are terrible. So at that point, they weren't really that good to begin with. So.
I think Ben is gonna sling it though in the first few games. I really do.
there's a good chance.
But at the same time, their offensive line is not the best. I think it's fragmented at this point, but their defense is always going to be good.
I think it's good. Don't get me wrong, but people are saying it's the best defense.
Oh
in the
no,
NFL.
it's not.
I think it's a top 10 defense in the NFL.
Probably Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo probably has as good of a defense as the
They
Steelers
do. Give me the Rams, give me the Browns over them. You know.
There are other teams too. Give me the Buccaneers
Yeah,
defense
the
over them.
Bucks defense very good.
Vikings defense.
No, they were so bad.
They were terrible.
You
last
think
year.
so?
They're one of the. They were one of the
they
worst.
gave up like
Their secondary's bad.
so bad.
That's weird.
We're getting to them next. That's a good segue. Harrison Smith is like really bad. People think he's really good. He cannot cover a leg.
Weird because they like consistently have had top 10 defenses like over the past
Last year was
some odd years, but yeah, last year was just.
I think last year was probably their worst in the past.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
all right.
But I think that was the main focus for them, though, in the offseason. So I don't know.
Our boy Kirk, -3 at Cincinnati. Over under is 48.
Me and Antonio also talked about this. Why is it 3?
Should be more.
Yeah. I think it should be like 5. As much as I hate 5.
I understand that we're high on the Vikings, but they are coming
I'm
off.
not high on the Vikings. Like, I hate Kirk Cousins. But at the same time, you look at both these teams.
I'm deep in thought on this, damn.
Yeah,
I do
it's
like
tough.
the Bengals offense. I think that they are building a solid offense.
I do too. I'm leaning towards taking the Vikings, but like I'm not saying that they're going to win by a whole lot. I can see them winning by like a
This might be
touchdown.
a shootout.
It could be.
Every game. How did it say in every game could be a shootout though?
Because we're going to get one of
Well,
them,
because
right?
we want to root for Joe Burrow, you know. I
think they're
Yeah.
giving Joe Burrow a ton of respect with this line. I do think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back my boy Kirk.
So will I.
It's hard.
I hate it, but whatever. It's too little of a point.
So we agree.
little of a spread.
3 all around on
Minnesota.
Vikings.
This game I hate, literally hate. 49ers -7.5 at Detroit.
Yeah, I don't like that spread.
I don't know what is going on with that game because San Francisco should beat them by 20. But at the same time, if Detroit wins, are you
Like,
are you gonna sit there and be that surprised?
Are they going to announce
Yeah.
themselves back, or
You
is
would
it
be?
going to?
Yeah.
It's week 1. I feel like that always happens week 1. Everyone's like, 49ers can't lose. They're my survivor pick. They're the team that's not losing this week. Blah blah blah. This and that. Then they end up losing by like 10.
Oh, yeah, because maybe the thought is, they're going to announce themselves back as one of the best teams in the NFL after sucking last year.
49ers.
Yeah,
No,
but I
the
mean,
Lions.
Yeah, no, fuck the
that
Lions.
spread,
fuck Jared
dude.
Goff. There's no way. There's no way.
I hate it, Sal.
I hate this game. I hate.
This is gonna
wanna vomit everywhere.
This is gonna be the worst game of the week.
I have no interest in that game.
Give me the Niners. They're just way better. They're just way.
I'm glad you went sensible
wow.
there.
What analysis? They're just a better team. Like,
Yeah, the Detroit has no receivers. I can't take them.
Jared Goff.
how?
is
All right,
gonna-
let's talk realistic. Let's talk here, like in the present, right? How many points are the Lions scoring on Sunday? 10, 14,
14 probably
At the most?
At the
Yeah.
most.
and at that point, that means can the Niners put up 22 points?
Yes.
I would hope so.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the Niners.
At least 3 touchdowns. They score at least 3 touchdowns.
Niners.
With their roster and like
Not a game I would bet on, but yeah, I'll go
Not
with the Niners.
not a
No.
game I would bet on.
stay the fuck away from it.
You said Niners too.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a lot of agreement going
I know
on
we're
here.
agreeing, but at the same time, like we're
It's the first week of the year.
What's that note all about?
do you want to go to the dance with me, yes or no?
Is it a secret?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
All right.
we got pick 3.
Okay.
We got pick 3
All
coming up.
Okay.
I need to make sure my picks are solid.
The Philadelphia Eagles go on the road to take on the Atlanta Falcons with Arthur Smith as their new coach. Actually, dual new head coaches in this game.
This game is also yucky.
Yucky game for sure.
Yeah.
This game goes over.
What is it?
I believe it.
48.
I just can't see the Eagles scoring a bunch of points.
Everyone hates the Eagles.
But the Eagles never score a bunch of points. That's the
yeah,
problem.
the Falcons' defense is also trash, but I think their offense is going to be very good this year. I think them and the Cowboys are pretty similar teams. They got nothing on defense, but I think both their offenses are great.
That's the nugget, by the way.
I almost want to take the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles money line. Eagles win this game.
Give me
No,
Atlanta.
I'm gonna take Atlanta.
I'm fine being the
Wow,
Lone
me and
Ranger on this one.
Antonio agree.
Maybe a blowout.
Really?
Okay, maybe that was the nugget. I don't know though, but I think Atlanta wins.
We are as polar opposite on this game
Good.
as we could be.
Good.
We
agree a lot, Sal. So
I love the Eagles in this game. Eagles.
I love the Falcons.
Eagles money line. Eagles plus 3.5 over in this game.
As much as I hate the Eagles, I don't want this to sound like, oh, I just hate the Eagles. But
No,
it's-
you hate
like you look at
the
this
Eagles.
matchup and it's just Atlanta should win this 10 out of 10 times.
Does everyone hate Jalen Hurts? Does everyone think Jalen Hurts is terrible? Is
I mean,
is
no,
that what
I
we're
mean,
saying? Because I saw plenty from him at the last 5 games.
I don't
last
think he's
year.
terrible. He's better than Carson Wentz.
I don't
He's
like.
an upgrade.
So hold on. So we went from the Eagles winning the Super Bowl to them being a playoff team to them sucking to then replacing Jalen Hurts, right? And it's I don't want to say it's the same roster, but the core of the team is basically still intact. It's still the same. Their
And they
offensive
still
line-
have the same problems.
I think Jalen Hurts is I don't want to say it's an upgrade from Carson Wentz, but
It is.
But an upgrade.
say that, it's
Okay,
fine.
but an upgrade from Carson Wentz in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because that situation
That's
did
what I
not
mean.
work out.
I'm still not the most confident in him as like a thrower of the football though. Like he doesn't look like a natural thrower. to me.
I saw plenty from him throwing the football last year. Plenty. I think the Eagles
he had
win
some.
this game.
It's been incredible games though. I don't know.
We'll see.
My whole thing with the Eagles is like they just never score a lot of points.
No.
Eagles 28, Falcons 21. That is my prediction.
I don't think the Eagles score more than 21 points. I think it's
Atlanta sucks, bro. We do this every year. We did on this podcast, and we say Atlanta, 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 and then the next week we come out and we're like, Atlanta sucks.
last year we were talking about how Atlanta sucks.
Yeah, and then we'd still pick them. It would come to the pitch, and we'd be like, oh yeah, we're
But
taking
there was
Atlanta.
like we were right about some like most of those.
Sometimes they
Like,
still
most of
sucked.
those.
Though. They were 4-12.
Wait, because I think we can look at Atlanta in such a realistic lens because we're not Atlanta fans. Like we can see it from the outside and just be like, yeah, they have a good offense. Defense is borderline terrible.
Oh no, they're not going to be good. They'll win 8
But
games.
I don't think the Eagles' offense is good, and I don't think the Eagles'
defense
secondary
is that great.
great.
Their offensive line is also not at all what it used to be. Not
Their
very
defensive front has always
Good. Their
been
defensive
like,
front's
solid.
very good.
It's always been solid, but I mean,
Everything else is
the same problems that they've had that took them from the Super Bowl to being one of the worst teams.
You got to be.
They have those same problems. They maybe fixed it a little bit with Jalen Hurts, and then they got a receiver in Devontae Smith. But I mean, it's not going to be overnight success.
I just think,
I was going to say the receiving core is
I just think
horrible. You got
he's-
to.
I think
a
it's-
lot on Smith.
I think it's a very good matchup we'd won for the Eagles. I think if you drew up an opponent, it would be like that.
It'll be a good test for them. If they lose this game, then we're going to know what the Eagles are going to be like.
If they'd have blown out, I would be shocked.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but
I mean, Antonio said it's going to be a blow. Or it could, he didn't say it was going to be.
he said
but
it could be.
a
But I
blowout.
think
Could be.
Atlanta wins by 1 or 2
Atlanta scores a lot of
touchdowns.
points this game.
Okay,
That's what I think.
is 2 touchdowns a blowout? Or,
Yeah,
all right, then they blow them out.
Yeah.
I think
I
That's
think
our
Atlanta scores a
criteria.
lot
Mine
of
is
points.
always like 17 plus points. That's a blowout.
I think the Eagles won, but we'll see.
All right.
I think this is the game of the week.
I think we've said that like 7 times.
Let me
No,
guess.
this is the actual game of the week. Cleveland
that.
at Kansas City. Cleveland is +6. Over under.
I know who
right?
Sal's high on. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
also
me
high
and
on
Antonio
them.
have the same pick on this game.
What is it?
It's Cleveland +6.
Give me the money line. They're winning.
All right,
They're winning this
so
fucking
we're on
game.
the same page with this game.
Round of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think the spot is great. I think the narrative is great. I think.
I'm with you and all that.
And how good is Cleveland at being good in the beginning of the year?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing too. What was the last game they played last season against the Chiefs? What have they thought about all offseason? The Chiefs. How close were they to beating the Chiefs? They need to stop them on 4th down.
Without Patrick Mahomes.
That is fair.
That's fair to say.
That is very.
That
fair
is
to
a
say.
very big
correct
thing.
At the same time, they had the game in their hands, and it just fell through, and they couldn't get it done.
True.
I think it is the perfect spot for Cleveland.
To get some revenge.
I am nowhere near saying that Kansas City is even going to win this game. Cleveland wins this game on the field.
I mean, Cleveland,
so
the revenge
confident.
narrative.
I'm so confident.
The revenge narrative is good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Not even that is what I'm thinking. I just think Cleveland's going to be very, very good this year. And
In
this is a chance against the best team in the AFC.
We'll see what they're made of.
This is as good of a test for Cleveland week 1, going on the road in Kansas City with a full stadium.
I can't wait for that game.
Over under 53.
Over.
Over.
Yeah.
We love every over.
No, I said under on the Seattle game.
Titans and the Titans.
And the Titans, yes.
I love every over. Why bet an under? Betting an under
Life's too short.
Betting an under is no fun. Nick Chubb
I can sit there and say that
Nick Chubb has 2 touchdowns on Sunday.
I love that.
Antonio really loves that.
Nick Chubb.
I don't think Baker even has to do a lot this game. I mean, Baker has to make some throws. I think
Baker has to be a quarterback on Sunday.
I think this is a game where Cleveland rushes it 45 times.
Yeah, no, the defense
At that point, though, I could actually maybe see it going under because I think Cleveland just wants to have the ball the whole entire game.
Control the clock.
Yeah,
they have a very good defense.
I do not. Well, they do have a good defense, but they don't want Patrick Mahomes holding that ball. So
I think that's the game plan most teams have going into
and
it.
You can do that with Chubb and Hunt.
Cleveland can actually execute it. They have a great offensive line, and they have 2 of the best running backs in the league. And Kareem Hunt playing against Kansas City, I'll back him every time.
That too.
He hates
and
it.
Odell's first game back, and there's a lot
he'll make a good play.
There's a lot of narratives in this game.
Odell will have like one really good play where you're like, that's.
But only one.
Yeah, but no, he'll have like 2 catches.
Just one.
He'll have like 2 catches, but 1 catch is like really important.
He'll have like a touchdown, like he'll have like a 20-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
and that'll be like it.
2 catches, 1 touchdown, 48 yards.
Yeah.
Which is what you need. That'll be what they need.
Rounded Cleveland.
Yep.
Man.
Cool.
Man.
But I mean, are we gonna sit there and say if Kansas City wins, we're gonna be surprised?
No. I mean, no. I'm not gonna be surprised. Is the wrong word. But I
think people are undervaluing the chance that Cleveland has here to win.
I think everyone's gonna see Kansas City getting less than a touchdown and be like, all right, week 1, I'm betting on Kansas City to win by a touchdown. It's not that hard.
Do you have how much money is on KC right now?
The answer, 65% of the money is on Kansas City.
65%.
Wow.
-6.
Wow.
So that's a good chunk of change right there.
It's definitely more. It's not. So at least in my realm, I don't consider that a factor unless it's over 75. 75 and over is when it's like red alert.
Yeah. That's when it's like, okay, Vegas
is screaming right
Vegas
now.
is taking all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We have Denver at the Giants. Denver is favored on the road by 2.5 points. I would love to hear Antonio's take on this first.
Tough line. Really tough line.
That's also that's one that's
Because it's
baffling.
2 kind of similar teams. You know what I mean?
I think the Giants are better.
I think they are better. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reluctant to take them because they're my team and they sucked last year. And maybe they can be good.
I don't know. Give me the Giants.
I just don't think the Broncos are good.
Give me the Giants all the way on this one.
I've been high on the Broncos the last couple of years and they just have let me down every single time. So this year I'm not confident in the Broncos. I would go with the Giants. It's tough. Tough game.
Go ahead, Sal. Take Denver.
It'll be close.
I don't know because I'm high on the Giants this year for sure. I think they win their division. I think they're gonna be a good football team. All right, let me ask Antonio this.
Yeah, but how do they look? How do they look week 1? That's always.
Hold on. What's the worst part of your team? Like what group is the worst part of your team?
Oh, the O-line.
What's the best part of Denver's team?
D-line.
D-line.
I'm gonna take Denver. I think it's as simple as that. I mean, Daniel Jones loves losing the football.
That is correct.
And get Von Miller in that backfield, and Von Miller will hunt the football down. I love the Giants this year. I don't think I see it week 1. I'm gonna take Denver.
I'm taking the Giants.
Next game.
Last 4 o'clock. Oh wait,
No, I think we still have 2.
We have 2 4 o'clock games. But one of them is
a very interesting game. We have no home team in this game.
What game is it?
Saints Packers. The game has been moved to Tallahassee.
Oh, because of Ida.
Because of the hurricane, correct?
Okay.
The spread is -4.5 for Green Bay.
Give me Green Bay.
Over under 50.
Give me
Oh, the
Green
over.
Bay and the under.
I will take the Saints spread.
No. Give me Green Bay and the over. Yeah.
Lock it down.
Lock it in.
What are you locking on?
I'm going to take the Saints spread. I think Jameis is going to come out week 1. The team's going to put up a lot of points. Probably be a very good game against the Packers, but I don't think the Packers win this one.
This game is grosser than the Lions game. I hate this game even more. All right.
I think it's more icky because it's
I don't
not-
like it because,
it's
like-
not a home game.
Talk
for
to me.
either one.
Like, Green Bay should beat them by 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like what can you expect from the Saints though?
Anything.
That's what I mean. Like
The Saints.
one of the
could-
best teams in the league last year, and now they're looking like what?
Middle of the road.
The Saints should beat the Packers by 14 on Sunday, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not even joking. I'm literally not even joking.
Yeah, I mean the Packers
then-
have this sort of
Weird vibe.
weird vibe that they just love to disappoint. That's like been their thing.
Underwhelm.
They love to underwhelm people. So I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints win.
They played down.
But yeah, you're saying yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Green Bay wins though, is what I think. I think Green Bay coming off all their preseason
All right.
drama.
I never do this. Give me Green Bay. I never just take the logical pick. Like, Green Bay is just the logical pick in this situation.
Coming off all the drama
Yeah.
they've had, I think they need to like come out in the beginning of the year and be really good, so like that kind of goes away.
I said Carolina has the most to lose week 1. Green Bay might have the most to lose.
That's
week
what
1.
I said.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that, because if Green Bay loses week 1, it starts.
They're gonna attack Aaron
Yes,
Rodgers.
it starts to go, and then it could
They're gonna be like, you don't
snowball.
even want to play for
No.
us, blah blah. Then Aaron's gonna like, he's gonna do some diva shit, or he's
Yeah,
gonna
very
say
true.
something in a press conference, and it's just gonna be.
The Saints do have a good defense. I'm still taking Green Bay. That game, I would stay far away from.
Yeah,
Very
far.
Yeah,
that
I couldn't
and the
agree more.
Carolina game, or the what was the game that we said to stay away from?
The 49ers game.
Yeah, the 49ers in Detroit.
Stay
Yeah.
far
gross.
away. Three
Red
games.
flags.
3 games left on our docket. Last 425 game. Our New England Patriots at home -3 against the Tua. I don't even know.
Okay, but does New England have a lot to lose? Now that they got rid of Cam, if Mac Jones comes out and looks terrible, they're
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to.
the Avalanche is going to be
Well,
incredible.
but he's got a point.
But I'm
If he
saying
does-
if he does.
Oh yeah,
Like say he's not terrible, but he
because
comes out
it's
and
the
plays
Patriots.
a terrible game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, the Avalanche will start. Ooh, we have 3 teams that if they lose, this is going to be really bad.
I mean, it looks really bad if the Patriots lose on Sunday. I mean, especially after the whole offseason of is it Cam, is it Mac?
is Miami's favorite though? No,
No.
Or the Patriots.
New
are?
England is favored at home -3. This is a tough game. I would never take Miami in this spot, so I'm like
The Patriots have to win.
I have to take
Yeah,
New England.
I'm
-3.
gonna trust Belichick in his decision.
Well, here's my thing. All right, so number 1, the under in this game.
Yeah,
Number 2,
run. It's going to be run heavy
from the
Patriots.
How many points do the Dolphins put up? 17.
I don't see more than 20.
14.
Yeah, I don't see more
Can
than
the
that.
With the
Patriots-
way Tua looked last year, no.
And it also depends, like what you said with the Cleveland thing. If they control the possession, if the Patriots control the possession, Miami's not going to have the ball much.
I think Bill's gonna say Tua, throw the football.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going to beg to.
I was gonna say I can see Gaskin, having an impressive first game, but for the rest of the Dolphins' offense, I don't see the passing game doing much, especially with the secondary the Patriots have.
No Will Fuller. It's literally just gonna be Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
At that point,
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle too. But at that point, like, all right,
Yeah,
those are your 2 outside threats against the Patriots corners and secondary. Like,
Give me some Mike Gesicki though.
ugh, really?
I love him.
I like Mike Gesicki.
Yeah,
People take him in fantasy drafts. I'm like,
because he's good. And with like rookie quarterbacks,
ends,
their
come
tight ends are lifelines. Tight ends for rookie quarterbacks are lifelines.
If you're not the guy that's gonna go after the big tight end, you're happy with someone like Gesicki.
yeah,
all right.
like Mac Jones with Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're gonna be lifelines for him.
Anytime he's in
If
trouble.
Hunter Henry stays healthy, which I think he has problems with.
I mean, he gets hurt literally every year.
Yeah, so
Sunday Night Football.
that's why they got Smith.
Andy Dalton travels to the Rams to be sacrificed.
See, this is why I hate the NFL. Why is this?
I
the
hate this
Sunday
line
night-
too.
Why is this the Sunday night game?
Yeah, and I hate this is Sunday night. I don't like much about this game.
Oh, I just saw something I didn't like.
Look at this.
85% is on the Rams.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I'm almost Sal. Like I've been thinking about this game for maybe like 10 minutes. I keep thinking about how gross it would be if I took the Bears spread,
But you're taking.
but I kind of want to. I don't know if I am though.
I'll take the Bears.
All right,
spread.
let's talk through it. Rams, new look offense. They're probably going to have some growing pains. I can't imagine they come out
Better coach.
right away.
I mean, we haven't seen.
Matt Nagy is a bottom 5 coach in the league, so I would definitely say Sean McVay is a better coach than him.
Yeah, better coach.
Better quarterback, better defense. Better defense. I mean, all around, the Rams are just a better team. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. It really just doesn't. Like,
Yeah, maybe you just need to overthink it sometimes. I'll lock it in. Give me the Rams.
I'll take the Rams too. It's icky.
I'll
It's
take
gross.
Chicago just for the simple fact of 85%,
Yeah, I mean, you're
especially on Sunday
That's
night.
yeah. At that point, I just gotta ignore.
especially no. That's a huge thing. If like a primetime game has a bunch of money on it, the other team is always covering in that spot.
Yeah.
Especially on a Sunday after everyone had lost.
So
all
what was
that.
the spread? 7.
7.5.
Yeah, I'll take Chicago. That's
Chicago.
it's a good amount of points.
It's definitely a good amount of points. Does Andy Dalton die on Sunday night? That's the real
No,
question. No.
I think he does solid. Like I said, he's good
You
at
you're-
being mediocre.
You're an Andy Dalton fan.
He'll give you what you need. He'll never go above
I
that.
could see him throwing 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
He's never gonna go above and beyond what you think he's gonna do. He's just gonna be Andy Dalton.
He's gross.
He loves 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, no, he's
But then the next
that
week he
redhead
loves
of
1
his.
touchdown and 2 interceptions.
But I think it will slowly start to deteriorate, and that's when Justin Fields is gonna come in.
I mean, I think, like I said, we said this on the podcast before. I think we see him week
And
4.
people want
week
to
5,
crucify
week
Matt
6.
Nagy for not starting Justin Fields.
I mean, I get it, I guess, in theory. I mean, do you really want to put him Sunday Night Football against the Rams week 1?
Yeah,
That's not
I
the
think
best spot
I
for
think
Justin
Bears
Fields.
fans are just really eager because like they finally have like a really good quarterback, and they just want to see him. But at the end of the day, you just got to be patient.
I mean,
It's way more beneficial for him not to just be thrown into the fire right
the
away.
Bears are not going anywhere.
No, like
this
they're
year.
like you got to be realistic. They're not making a Super Bowl. They're not making a Super Bowl. They're not going deep in the playoffs. You just gotta have to pump the brakes a little bit if you're a Chicago fan.
How hard is this going to be a 7-point Rams win? And it's 7.5.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't want to talk about that. That'd be stupid.
Last
I
game.
don't like that line.
Last game. Only one. Oh, another.
a lot of 4s this week.
Another NFL
wait,
game.
before you
Or-
move on, I could so see the Rams being up by 10 and Chicago kicks a late field goal.
Oh my God, with like a minute left.
Yeah,
That's a Matt Nagy move right there.
yeah.
All right. Our NFL, we have to talk again. Conversation number 2.
Yeah, the Monday night game.
We should have 2 Monday night games.
Yes.
You've
Yeah,
done that-
what?
They have
done
done that before.
They
No,
do
they've
that
been doing that every
They
year.
do that every year, and for whatever reason, they're not doing it this year.
So there's one
I'm
extra.
not a
1
fan of
o'clock.
that.
Yes.
So what 1 o'clock game would we move to Monday?
I feel like a game like Chargers and Washington.
I
would
think
be
it'd have
one.
to be a West Coast game. No, that's what they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
For the 10 o'clock?
They made it like the late game.
It's like 10 o'clock or something.
I would move.
There's no games on the West Coast this week. There's not a single game on the West Coast.
Besides the Vegas game, or you can move Vegas to 10
Besides
o'clock.
Rams and Vegas.
Yeah, you can move Vegas back, and then I would probably put in that spot. I'd put Seattle Indy Monday night. Why not?
Yeah.
Indy at home in like the 6:50 game or 7 o'clock game,
Okay, yeah. So I would love to see.
or Arizona Tennessee. Either one of those.
I like that better, and I would put KC and Cleveland up Sunday night.
Oh yeah, well, ideally that should be the Sunday night game, but instead we watch Andy Dalton. Like sometimes I really don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they don't pick like the obvious like Sunday night game just to be like, oh, well, we don't want to pick the obvious Sunday night game. You know what I mean?
because
But
like
why?
you think
I
about
know.
like you think about it too. Like you think like, oh well, they make the schedule like before all these storylines develop in the off season, but then it's just like this one, the Cleveland versus KC.
Hold on, I agree with you, but then at the same time, week 13, they're like, yeah, oh, the Cowboys playing the Giants doesn't matter. Okay, get them out of here. We're gonna put them in here instead. It's like, well, if they can do that week,
Yeah, they
why-
do it at the end of the year
Yeah,
when
why
it
can't they
doesn't
do that
fucking
week
matter.
1? Why it matters because it's later on in the season? F that. Like,
I agree with you.
Put the best game in there on Sunday night. It's Sunday Night Football, Week 1.
KC and Cleveland would be so good on Sunday night.
Last game, Ravens in Vegas. First game with fans for the Vegas Raiders.
A lot of 4s here.
Oh, that stadium is gonna be
Electric.
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
A lot of 4 spreads. I don't like it.
I think that's why they probably made that a primetime game, which is fine. But
Raiders.
the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
I take Baltimore.
You suck. Raiders, baby.
All right.
You guys are low on the Raiders, and now you're like saying,
Oh no, I hate the Raiders, but like Week 1 in Vegas, like
I love it.
Come on. How do you go against that?
because the only team that can cancel that out is Baltimore. So give me Baltimore.
Why?
Because
Bro,
they can
because
run.
of the way they play.
Everyone is going to bet Baltimore that game. You want to talk about like
Everyone's gonna bet
75%.
Vegas for your reason.
75% is on
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Give me Baltimore. I don't care. Give me Baltimore. They're just a way better team.
Yeah. I mean, I think give me Vegas money line.
No.
I don't know about that. But certainly give me Vegas.
Vegas money line and the under.
What's the over-under?
15.
Thank you. 15.
It's 15.
Yeah, the over under is 15. 51.
What if it was?
51 and a half.
They like no like because you know how we say like Vegas has the power. They
Mhm.
have time traveling.
How
What
good
if
is a
they-
3-0
What if they
game?
knew it was gonna be like 10-4? They knew it was gonna be like 10-4.
Two safeties.
Like they get 2 safeties, and then it's just like, all right, we're gonna make it 15, just so that people like, just so we can get more money.
It would be 100% of the money on the over.
yeah.
If you went to the sports book and looked up and it said over under 15 and a half, and then you walked up to the person and you were like, it's 15, and they're like, yeah.
Oh, I'd be like, give me the under.
No shot.
See, that's where you gotta be. You gotta be ballsy and be like, yeah, give me the under.
People
That's
would,
a warning sign.
Nah.
3-0.
no, people would take out a mortgage and bet on the over. Like literally their whole entire mortgage.
Like okay, this is a perfect example. Think about the Super Bowl, Rams versus Patriots. What if they made it 15? With 2 teams like that, when the Rams were scoring 100 points every game.
They would have been the richest people ever.
Oh my god. But like some people, smart people, would have looked at that and been like, "This is a sign," and I'd take the under.
You just shouldn't though. Like
No,
in that
no.
situation, you
But
shouldn't.
you have to. You
No,
have
you
to.
shouldn't.
You have to
You
grow
have to
balls.
sniff it out.
You have to grow balls.
Yikes.
Not a situation I'd ever want to be in.
All right. Is it time?
The pick 3 time.
Is it time?
Yeah.
Who goes first?
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
We've been waiting.
Who do we think had the best record from?
From last year, you. From the year before, me.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Did you forget?
He's just making sure.
No, I just gotta make sure. Okay, number 1. Green Bay -4 against New Orleans Saints. I think that Green Bay, like we said in the podcast, they have a lot to lose, and I don't think they can really afford to lose this game. I think it should be an easy win. So give me that -4. Second one, which I think probably we might. I don't know if we all have it, but at least one of you has this. Cleveland +6. Like come on. Cleveland's gonna win.
Oh God.
Cleveland's gonna win that game.
Oh God, we can't all put him in our.
No.
Great.
Cleveland is gonna win. +6, right? That's a lot of points. All right. Then the last one, which I don't think either of you have, Baltimore -4.5.
Ooh, you really do like it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my pick 3. I think Baltimore wins, and I think they win by more than 4 points.
Antonio, I'm making you go second.
All right,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Skiing. All right, first, start off with the Bills -6 against the Steelers. Again, I think they win this game convincingly.
Okay, I like that.
Second, I have the New England Patriots -3 against the Miami Dolphins.
I also like that.
And lastly, give me the fucking money line against the Chiefs.
All All right, ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen.
Okay,
Outright
so
win.
all three of us have it. There's no way.
Well, let's just get out of the way. Browns plus 6. Kansas City's probably gonna blow them out now.
City's winning. No.
I love the Browns plus 6 on Sunday. I out of all of my picks, it's my favorite. So
Mine too.
it's
Really
gonna,
mine too.
It's gonna lose.
It's mine
so,
too.
so it's gonna lose. Let's just accept that now. But
Oh, okay.
Browns plus 6. That is number 1. Chargers -1. I think they are leaps.
Nice.
I think they are leaps and bounds ahead of Washington. Leaps and bounds. I think free money. Chargers -1.
Okay.
Third and final game. You're both gonna hate this. I do not care. Eagles plus 3.5. I love the Eagles Sunday.
Almost put my Falcons in there.
I love the Eagles on Sunday. I think they win. I think they start off the season 1-0. I'm taking my Eagles. Fly Eagles fly.
I hate you.
Jalen Hurts is gonna come out and shock the world on Sunday.
He's gonna shock the world.
4
If he
touchdowns.
plays good, it's not shocking the world. It's what people expect.
Well, no, everyone thinks he sucks. Everyone thinks Jalen Hurts is terrible.
I think you're more looking at it through the lens of the Philadelphia fans because they loved Carson Wentz so much.
I've heard
they were really mad.
I've heard so much discussion about should they trade for Deshaun Watson? Why is Jalen Hurts their starter there? Gardner Minshew's a better quarterback than him. This, that, and the other thing. And everyone says that. I've not heard any positive Jalen Hurts talk ever from anybody.
Even when he was in Alabama.
I mean,
I
thought he was shit
I think
in
he's
Alabama.
solid. I think he's solid. Like I said, I think it's an upgrade from Carson Wentz.
Give me the Eagles.
Carson Wentz was trending down. Wasn't a good fit. They got rid of him. They got Jalen Hurts. I think it's an upgrade.
My last choice, the Eagles. It was in between the Colts or the Eagles. Just so, because I think you thought I was going to take the Colts.
Yeah, I thought Nolan thought I was taking the Colts. I also thought Sal
thought
thought
I
that we
was
were
taking
having
the
the Colts,
Colts.
and I thought Sal was going to be taking the
I was
Colts.
thinking, because I was thinking when you said Sal said that we were gonna have,
But Sal
two of the
Sal
same,
thought
I
I
think he
thought I
was-
was taking the Colts.
So we did a double fake out.
Yeah.
I think you guys were talking about the Colts game, and then when you said 2, you were like,
I knew the Brown. No, I knew you
the
were taking
Browns.
the Browns.
Yeah,
I knew. You were taking
figured.
the Browns.
I figured when I looked at that, I was like, oh, we're all gonna take the Browns.
It's such a us spot to take the Browns though. Like all of us believe in like that sort of spot.
It's called the Underdog Sports Podcast
For a reason.
We take underdogs. We love underdogs. Cleveland, not a massive underdog, but a good underdog.
+6 is a big underdog in the NFL. +6
In the
is
game,
a
yeah.
big underdog.
All right.
It's gonna be close at the end of the game, regardless. If Patrick,
That's gonna be a really good
if
game.
Patrick
I'm
Mahomes
really
is down
excited.
4 at the end of that game, I won't be surprised if he comes down and like leads them on a touchdown drive. But at that point, your +6 still covers.
to Travis Kelce
He's gonna be bad this year because of that.
because of his name.
Yes, because he had to come out and say Kels.
It was like a part of his brand. I feel like. and
I
then he-
don't care. Just you're Kelsey. You're Travis Kelsey. Everyone's been calling you
Yeah.
that forever.
Why did he wait till now to say that?
Well, when I first saw his name, like for the first time ever, I was like, "Oh, who's this Travis Kelce guy?" And then like I heard him say it on TV,
everyone's like,
and
"Oh,
I was
Kelce."
like, "Oh, I'm an idiot."
Can I just say one thing about Travis Kels? He's 31 years old. Okay, Rob Gronkowski's 32. We think Rob Gronkowski's like the oldest washed piece of shit ever.
I think it's just injuries.
Travis Kelsey's one season away from going into that like Zach Ertz, Rob Gronkowski, like old tight end, like everyone
Disappear thing.
Yeah, like disappear thing.
Zach Ertz
Disappeared. He's not a human being anymore.
Travis Kelce might be built different though. I don't like.
Maybe
I
he is.
never think of him as like a tight end. I just think he's a receiver. He's just a really big receiver. That's all I think of him as. But yeah, I mean, he stayed away from
Travis
injuries.
Kelsey don't matter. Cleveland +6.
I think he's
Ertz was
done
like
a good job
100.
of staying healthy.
I can't stand Kansas City. I hate them.
Ertz was like 130 in like fantasy rankings this year.
Yeah, no,
It's insane.
But it's like, why do you want him?
Yeah, no, it's gross now.
He's done.
But it's like I think George Kittle had the potential to be up there too, but now he's like his injuries are has fucked him. You can just hold it if you want. If it came off. That's funny. Yeah, I'll fix that. All right, but I think we're all set, huh, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Football.
Let's go.
Football.
It doesn't get better than this.
Football.
What is it called?
NFL.
What's
Week
it called?
1.
Football.
Football. National Football League
American football
of
at its
America.
finest.
Let's go.
Let's go, gentlemen.